Hey, everybody. Thank you for joining us on the live stream. We are reconnecting with Ms. Wheelchair Michigan 2024, Shanta Favors. She is back in Grand Rapids from the east side of the state, Detroit area, here for the crowning of the newest Ms. Wheelchair Michigan. Now, it has been a full year for Shanta. She started off her title, winning the state title holder. She traveled around the state advocating for disabilities, talking about her platform. And then she came to Grand Rapids for the week-long national competition of Ms. Wheelchair America, where she came first runner-up. Awesome, and congratulations, you made our
Thank
state
you.
proud. And after that competition, it was tough. Shanta was traveling and had an unfortunate injury that took her on another recovery journey. So in this conversation, we're going to talk about it all and what's next for her. So Shanta, thank you for chatting and talking with us today, coming to Grand Rapids for the Ms. Wheelchair Michigan competition.
Thank you for having me, Chris.
And so let's actually step back for some of the people that might not know your journey. Tell us a little bit about what caused you to first start using a wheelchair and what that life was like for those first couple of years before the Ms. Wheelchair Michigan competition.
In 2018, I had a workplace accident where I was a director of care of a long-term care facility. I was at work, tripped and fell walking upstairs early in the morning. I broke my neck, my C2 through my C7, and became an incomplete quadriplegic. It was absolutely life-changing. I was really depressed afterwards. I found myself battling whether I wanted to live or die. It was really hard, but I pushed through, and here I am.
We've talked about it before, but your experience of having worked in healthcare and then having to now be the patient and the wheelchair user, what was that like, and how did that kind of impact your attitude and your outlook?
It truly gave me a 360-degree perspective on the provisions of care, because I've been on both sides of it. I know how hard caretakers work to assure that people like myself get the care that we need. There are so many individuals that can't bathe themselves, can't dress themselves, can't tie their own shoe, can't do their hair. And I know because I require assistance with ADLs. And to have people to provide that care being underpaid, overworked, it's not okay.
And that was your platform. That's what you wanted to help when you became Ms. Wheelchair Michigan. What was that like for you, kind of stepping out and saying, you know what, I want to take my passion, my advocacy to another level? What was that going through your mind when you went to this state competition?
It was turning pain into purpose, turning adversities into advocacies and opportunity to do something that each and every person living now and not even here yet can benefit from. I believe that our actions today will shape the future of caregiving tomorrow, which will benefit those that requires care.
And so then you win the state title and you were crowned and you got to spend months traveling around the state, meeting lawmakers, advocating. And you've said it before, like the crown and the sash opens up doors. Tell me what those months were like, being out there, being empowered as an advocate.
It was absolutely amazing. I decided to leverage the crown and the sash to get me through doors, to have conversations that many people wouldn't be opposed to having those conversations with me if I didn't have the crown and sash. So I used it for my good. And then when I speak, I let them know I am a former director of care. I was injured at work, so I have this 360-degree perspective on the provisions of care. And just to have a conversation with me, I would let you see it from both standpoints, from the caretaking side as well as the care recipient side.
And so having this platform, I'm wearing a shirt that you made. I think it was a family member that made it. Can you tell me and our audience what this is?
That is my platform. So on the front of the shirt, there's a person in the wheelchair that requires care. It says, "I can die without you." And on the back of that shirt,
This way.
yep, there is a caretaker to say, "I can no longer survive in this field." And in the middle, there's a bridge, and it says, "Bridge the gap." So, in short, living with a disability is not a death sentence, but the lack of care can lead to it. However, those that provide the care, they can't survive with the bare minimum. There's lacking. The wages are very low, lacking comprehensive training. There's no robust support system. They're lacking a lot of things. They're undervalued and overworked.
Well, we appreciate you and what you've done to help support healthcare workers and to push for support for patients with disabilities. So you had those months leading up to the national competition. Then you came back to Grand Rapids and you got to connect with over 20 women who all had stories like you, all win their state titles to come to the national competition. Looking back at that, what was that week like for you?
Oh, it was amazing. I sum it up as one of the best weeks of my life. Literally one of the best weeks of my life. Meeting these women from all across the country. Like it's a competition. However, we're building friendships, relationships. We're rooting for each and every person to win because a win for one is a win for all. And so it was absolutely an amazing. It was an amazing event, amazing week. I'm still thinking about it. I'm like, oh, I wish I would have changed that up or did this, or I wish I could have done that. But everything, it was just amazing. It is, I encourage any woman that uses a wheelchair that's over the age of 21, regardless of where she lives, if the state have no program to create one, I encourage her to get involved because you're not only giving yourself a platform, but you're building connections with people like yourself.
Yeah.
And together we can truly make change together.
And Shelley Luce, the former president of Ms. Wheelchair America, who runs the state competition here, she always talks about how they come with one platform, but then they leave with dozens others. Like, what was that sisterhood like? You making lifelong friends with these other contestants?
That is so true. You come with this one platform, but you leave with so many because you embody and carry on everything because what that individual is advocating for, it affects you. It could benefit you. And so we had like Kentucky, her platform was shares in the community. How many people think about shares in the community? Not many because you think, oh, you can't do that because you're in a chair. No, get these shares out in the community. You had South Dakota. She was the first, North Dakota.
North Dakota,
North
yeah.
Dakota. She's the first one from her state. And her platform was, if you see us, you will see a sky full of stars. And so that right there, if you dissect that platform in itself is absolutely amazing. I can go on and on. Ohio, I absolutely love Gabby. I call her teacher. Her platform was teaching people how to interact with persons with disability, specifically children. She was talking about how someone come up and she used the word pet, and she just coming up and petting her. It was just, or talking to her in the baby talk. Miss Wheelchair America 2025, my sister, my friend Tamara Blackwell, the question, am I going to fit? That is a question that each and every person with a disability, specifically those of us that requires wheelchairs, that is a question that we ask ourselves. So absolutely amazing. Man. Disability shouldn't come with a price tag, Maryland. That is absolutely amazing. It shouldn't.
A bunch of great platforms.
There's a bunch of great platforms.
And all of that was live streamed on our Mary Free Bed Facebook page and YouTube. So you can jump back in the feed and go check that out. You can hear all the speeches. You can see the competition and learn from all those wonderful women. And I mean, we got to say it again. You came first runner up.
Yeah.
The scores were close. You did so well. You won best speech. You should go back and watch that too. But did you think you would get first runner up? Do you think that out of all those amazing women that you would be right there?
And if I can be honest, I know I will be in there.
Yeah.
I knew I would be in there. I would want to have been a judge. I'm glad I wasn't a judge.
Yeah.
I'm glad I wasn't a judge because each and every woman was absolutely incredible and amazing. Each and every person was deserving of that title. So
we were rooting for you here in Michigan. Us at
yeah.
Mary Free Bed, you came and visited Mary Free Bed last summer, and that was really fun to have you tour the hospital and learn about the work we did. I heard from so many people that met you that goes, oh man, she is amazing. So they were all rooting for you.
I think I gotta look back and I'm like, okay, things happen for a reason. I'm like, that first runner-up wasn't bad. Most outstanding speech, which opened up so many doors. I have a lot of people saying, hey, we want you to come and speak. We heard you speak and we would be interested in speaking. So it opened up so many doors and the People's Choice Award. So
I forgot about that.
Yeah,
Oh, man.
People's Choice. But I found myself like, okay, I'm kind of glad I probably came first runner up because right now I think I would be first runner up if I hadn't been first runner up because of the accident that had currently happened. So yeah.
Let's talk about that. It was just like 2 weeks, right after the competition, where you had an injury and you're back in the hospital again. Can you just walk us through a little bit of that about what you're able to share?
Yep, just a little bit. I was traveling and got injured. Ended up in the hospital for over 66 days, had multiple surgeries. I literally was in a fight of my life. My life completely changed. You see, if you see me, a vibe, you see me looking like this, but the way I feel is completely not the way I look. So yeah, it's probably not something I would have been able to continue on. So
If you were that
if I had
actual
won the
national
national
title.
crown, yep.
It's crazy how things like that work out. And you talk about it like you can't see the pain that I'm in, and you might see I see you smiling and just doing so well from the outside, but it's been tough. And now this adjustment back home, how has that been?
It's been a really an adjustment. It's a big time adjustment trying to adapt to this new reality. I'm in pain. I have to take pain medicine, so my kids have to see me sleeping, or my legs got to be tied down to the chair. Like right now, they can't see them, but you can see they're like gate belted to the chair so that I can stay in the chair. It's a lot. It's hard mentally and emotionally and physically. It's a lot.
And what's it like for your family, and especially like your husband, the people that help care with you? You know, they're not just always taking care of you, but they're caring with you.
They carrying with me. My husband, this has been really tough to see someone like he saw me in that beginning where I come from and then where I got to, and to see me go back to that stage, almost like having a baby, and that baby grow up to become a toddler, that toddler a teen, and that teen an adult, and then to have that adult to revert back. And so that's a lot. You know, it is a lot. It's a lot. It is.
I know it's tough. I appreciate
It's
you
a lot.
talking and sharing a little bit about
It's a
this,
lot.
and kind of allowing us to update our, followers and viewers who keep track of Mary Free Bed and the people that we, are connected with. And, the Mary Free Bed Guild is a proud partner of Ms. Wheelchair Michigan, and it's been over a year since you were in this place. What's your advice to the winner of Ms. Wheelchair Michigan, and what their life is going to be changed with this sash and this crown?
First, I am so excited for her. I am, but I'm so excited to see her and to hear her message and to just know what the future holds for her. I want you to leverage that crown and that sash. It's going to open doors, and I want you to roll through with your head held high, because our voice have so much power. So I want you to use that title for good. It's going to open up doors unimaginable. And I want you to know that I am going to be here for you each and every role. Each and every role, I am going to be here for you. I'm excited.
Awesome. And last question before we let you go. What is next for you? You're always going to be Ms. Wheelchair Michigan 2024, but what's next on your plate and, your mission?
Right, yes, you guys flew right. I'm always going to be Miss Wheelchair Michigan 2024. I am Shanta She Rose. I'm a disability advocate, so I'm going to continue to leverage my voice. I'm going to leverage my voice, and I'm going to follow that platform to bridge the gap between direct caretakers and the disability community. It is a message that will not end when this reign ends, because as long as our caretakers are overworked and underpaid, and there are individuals whose life lies in the balance, I am going to continue to push this agenda and this message. So, yeah, I have so many speaking engagements coming up, virtually and in person, just writing to share my story. I'm going to use this new chapter in my life, what happened, to try to produce change for good.
Great. Well, Shanta Favors, Ms. Wheelchair Michigan 2024, thank you so much for chatting with us on the live stream. We've got lots of information about her up on our website, so you can learn more, and hopefully some links to find out more and follow her on social media. Thank you so much for watching, and stay well.
Thank you, Chris.